Hey, this is Midwest Heather. Coming from my couch at home, I've just been thinking all day, and I'm sure a lot of you are thinking the same things. And I just had to kind of get it off my chest. I've been thinking about this whole CEO situation, and it's really being emphasized now how much he particularly wants to exclude people from the park who are of a lower socioeconomic status. Growing up, I went to Six Flags with my family one time a year. We would go from opening to closing. So my parents paid for 5 people to enter the park. Well, a lot of times, if we had the chance, we might be able to read a bunch of books and get a free ticket for ourselves, but they're still paying. I came from a family of 5, so they're still paying for at least 4 people to go in the park, which is a lot of money. Plus, we would get ice cream cones and or funnel cake to share, and that adds up really quickly. But I have really fun memories of that with my mom and dad and sisters. And for Jim, he's been a season pass holder since the 80s. I believe he said 1988. I'm just super grossed out by the idea of this because he wants Disney prices without offering Disney quality. I've actually never been to Disney. We hope to go to Disney in the near future, but I've never been there because, well, one of the reasons is because I'm not the biggest Disney fan in the world. I like some things, but I am excited about going to experience something new, the thrill rides, plus just I enjoy a themed experience. But I know from the people who have been there, Jim's been there several times, and I know so many people who love it. Our sister-in-law absolutely loves it and never gets sick of it. She could probably go 20 times a year and be happy. And if you're going to request for us to pay those prices, then you need to offer us that quality. And actually, I would say the quality has gone down because the benefits have gone down. But part of the reason the benefits went down was so that people could be excluded. I'm just really, really disgusted because the more I think about it, just thinking that because people have a certain amount of money in their bank account or don't have a certain amount of money in their bank account, they're not good enough to walk shoulder to shoulder with you in Six Flags. These people shouldn't get to take a day or weekends or whatever, whether it's one day or whether it's a pass, that these people don't deserve to have a break and go have fun. I mean, I was just having this discussion with somebody recently. A lot of times the people who get paid the least are the people who don't get PTO. They're the people who don't get sick days. While those of us who work for corporations are the ones who get the best benefits. These people deserve to go to a park, and they certainly don't deserve to be called out because their bank account is not pleasing to a CEO of a major corporation. Like Six Flags and other theme parks have been, I know for Jim and myself, have been a vital part of our relationship. This is something we've done together. We went to Silver Dollar City on our honeymoon. Like, that was something, we went and rode roller coasters together as part of our honeymoon. We were, what's it called now? Shazam. We were by Shazam when we found out that Jim's brother and our sister-in-law were going to have their first child, like major moments, things. I don't know if you guys even know this, but Joe is Jim's cousin. And, they've had so many experiences together. And I'm not making this about me, because I know that other people could say the same experiences times a million. We lost a friend this year, and we have a million memories with her at Six Flags. And I know so many other people could tell these stories. And we weren't worried about whose tax bracket was what when we were riding the train with her and her kids, when we were on the pandemonium spinning around. It didn't matter who had more money, because we didn't care, and we didn't care about the strangers next to us. That's such a ridiculously absurd concept to me, that someone would be concerned about the socioeconomic status of the person who's at the park with them. That the idea that someone else's income would affect your experience at Six Flags. So what I would say to the CEO is, if your parks aren't good enough for everyone, maybe they're just not good enough for everyone. I'm sorry, if they're not good enough for anyone, I'm so frustrated. If they're not good enough for everyone, then they're not good enough for anyone. And maybe you're the one who needs to get it together, give us quality parks at a fair price. I'm sure that when you order something, you want what you paid for. I paid a ridiculous price between Jim and me this year for our season passes and 4 bonus meals. Because 1 meal and 1 snack was included in our overpriced season pass. We spent $400. I could buy a new dryer, or at least get close to buying a new dryer, for $400. That's, a family of 5 can't go spending $1,000 on Six Flags, which I know is the point. I know it was targeted. Thanks for listening to me vent. I'm sure a lot of you have the same vents. I don't even know if we'll post this, but I hope it gets better, because like I said, Jim and I are celebrating our 12-year anniversary very soon of being together. We haven't been married 12 years, but we will have been together 12 years in September. And that was 2010. So probably in 2011, I got my pass for my first season pass. And I've had a season pass every year, except for, of course, the COVID year. And but my pass went over into the next year. And we have so many memories there. And I know you guys do too, because we get so much response from Six Flags visits. I know how much Six Flags means to a lot of people, not just because it's a fun thing to do, but because of who you rode that ride next to, and the fact that you didn't care if the person next to you, behind you, or in front of you was richer or poorer than you. And just a weird place to be willing to risk losing a company. And I don't get it. And I really hope that there's a new CEO soon, and I hope that CEO cares about every single person, regardless of their bank account, the way they look, the way they believe. I hope it's a CEO who wants everyone to come together. Hey, have a Six Flags Day, right? Let's say that and mean it to every single person who enters that park. And if you're going to raise the prices, make it a product worth raising those prices for. Not raising the prices because you think that person isn't good enough because they do a job that you think is too low of a standard. That's sickening. I am disgusted. And I'm disgusted more and more, and I regret that my home gave $400, not including anything that we've purchased from the stores this year. I fully regret that my family supported this business this year because they didn't deserve our money. Not with a hateful person at the reins. It's not cool. Discrimination in any form. It's not acceptable. And I hope to see it change soon. Have an awesome day. Like and subscribe. And we will hopefully have happier stories in the future.